Welcome to the today's session MMPM 001 Block 2 Unit 8. Today we are going to discuss consumer motivation and involvement. The contents what we are going to cover introduction of this particular thing, then the concept and typological needs, theories of consumer needs, motives, the basis of motivations, the concept of motivation, motivational conflicts, consumer involvement, and the facets of involvement. Before we will go for this particular topic, more descriptions about the motivations, the few questions are always coming to our mind. Why do we buy one product or brand rather than the others? So when we are going to see a particular product, the look wise, the color wise, we liked few products, and the shape wise also we liked few products, the brand we are associated with. So here motivation plays a vital role to select any particular product, and next is coming the brand. Second is, why do we buy from one shop than other shop? So we have the tendency as a human being, we feel comfortable with few shops where we have earlier purchases. So there is a motivation towards the kind of behavior shown by the retailer or the person concerned who is interacting with us. So this kind of things very often is it happening when we are selecting to the retailers. Why do we buy at all? These questions is the first it will come, that when we are purchasing any particular product, that may be FMCG product or durable products or high engineering products, that particular cases, the first question is coming to our mind, that why we are going to buy. So there are two things are there. Either this product is not available with us. Second thing is that even if the product is available, the product what is it available in the market, there is a huge gap between what the product we have and what the product available in the market. Particular time the customer is going to take the decisions, yes, this is the high time to go for this kind of product, otherwise this product will be obsolete. And sometimes also this type of things is happening if it is an electronics product, sometimes because of the frequent upgradation, and we will find that outdated products will be rejected, may not be accepted, may not be you can do this kind of functions, so because of that you need to change. And more vital thing is that that is also including the financial aspects, because without having sufficient amount of money regarding to exchange the product, it is quite difficult. So customers also equally going to take the decisions on the basis of that whether they are financially feasible enough to take this particular product or not. The chief characteristics of human action is that each and every part of it guided by the motives, so conscious or otherwise. So sometimes we are purchasing consciously, sometimes we are purchasing unconsciously, means we are too much biased or we are too much emotionally attached to the product. So sometimes even if also we are purchasing unnecessary products with a price, because the our emotional attachment to that kind of product is very high. A successful marketer understand the motives and steps then. So if you are a good marketer, you can able to understand the consumer very well, that what kind of consumers are there in the market, and for their requirement you have to design the product, and the appeals also you are going to make so that it can able to capture the attention of the customer. Now the concept and typology of needs. So the basic thing, it will start with the needs, as we already gone through the basic concepts of need in case of marketing. The first chapter we have gone through, that is need. And need, we know it very well, that is everybody is requiring. If it is a food item, the basics, what we are going to say basic need, and the other needs are there in our life. So basic need cases, what is it happening, that every day you might be going for the food, we require toothpaste, we require toothbrush, and all kind of things. This is necessary items. So necessary items cases, what is it happening, that we are selecting the product, but here it is the vital role played by the want, that is what we called it as the brand. Now, which brand of product we are going to select. So three terms are there, need, want and demand. So need cases for the particular product, want cases if you are going for a specific kind of product, or we can say it is a any brand of product we are requiring. But the final thing is that demand is related to the financial aspect, where the customer is eligible to purchase this particular product, or if it is too high priced that customer is unable to purchase. These kind of things will arise. The specific way a need is satisfied depends upon the individual's unique history. So our kind of requirement or what kind of product we are purchasing, that is also based on our previous history, what kind of product we have purchased. We can understand it very well if we'll go through certain research is being conducted that a human behavior can be studied if we will go through the credit card and debit card history of that particular. What is the purchase pattern? What kind of product he has purchased through the credit card and debit card? So these history is going to give you the personality of that particular fellow. What is the motive of that particular person? What kind of product he will purchase? Whether he's purchasing high-priced item, low-priced item. He's very much interested for electronic gadgets or is. So all kind of things can be known if you are going through this the credit card history or the debit card history of transactions. Now I'll go first to the need. A need is a consumer behavior context is defined as the state of health deprivation. Means yield cases, what we have seen that the instant requirement, what is it happening that we are trying to fulfill. If you are hungry, then instantly you want to take the food. But when it is coming that I want to take food, but I have to take specific food, then it is coming to the want. So need can be fulfilled through the foods, whatever the things we are going to select. If it is a food, if need for a vehicle, need for a water, need for, so the basic needs are there, then the other needs are there. So we'll go through this Maslow need hierarchy to understand what are the different stages of the needs, what we are requiring. Types of need. So here we will find that day-to-day life we require food, water, air and shelter. That is the basic needs of every individual or human being. That is also for animals also the same thing. So as we are the social animal, our needs are also something different from the animals. These are called biogenic needs. People have many other needs. So biogenic needs means what you require to survive. So that is mostly biogenic needs. So psychogenic needs are acquired in the process of becoming a member of a culture. These include the need of status, power, affiliation. So when we are staying in a group as a human being, we cannot stay individual or we cannot stay like animals. So we are always in a group, we are in a society. So in the society, when you are living, we have the different kind of needs. We also require the status, means positions. We are very much interested for powers also to exercise the power to get the advantages of this particular power, that also we need. Affiliation, we want to join ourselves, we want to connect it with certain organizations to be got the status in the market or the society. Utilitarian and versus the hedonic need. So utilitarian need is mostly based on that the tangible attributes. So when we are going to see any particular product, we are always comparing the attributes of that particular product. Like I can say that if you are going to purchase a laptop, if you are going to purchase a cell phone, so definitely you have to go through the features, what the things are available. So these features you are going to analyze, may be possible that competing brands you are going to compare. So what is it you are going to find superior, you are selecting on the basis of which is superior product with more facilities, more attributes, lesser price, then your utilitarian need will be fulfilled. So you can able to purchase. But the second aspect is also there, that is what we called it as a hedonic needs. So hedonic needs are related to the pleasure oriented, or hedonic needs are related to your emotional being emotion being attached with that one. Means if we are accustomed with certain kind of products, so we are usually going through that. This is very often is it happening in the case of brands, that in particular electronic brands, if we are accustomed to it, we are continuing with that brands. Like I can say that if you are purchasing LG brands of TV, so always you are trying to continue the LG brands of TV. If you are Sony brands of TV, then you are continuing, because you are already adjusted with the qualities what they are providing, adjusted with the kind of switches they are providing, and where are they providing, which space, which place they are going to provide, and kind of the remote controls. So these kind of things very often happening in the case of old age people. Old age people never try to experiment with the new products, and they do not want to learn also. So that particular cases, the young generations are mostly going through these utilitarian needs, and old age people mostly going through the hedonic needs, where they are going to get some kind of confidence, fantasy, they will get those things, and that is going to be. And but if I'm going to talk regarding services, so services cases you may find that is not the differences that young age people will go for the that excitement cases. You might be experimenting with certain things to get the excitement and self-confidence. Fantasy, you will go for some kind of joy, fantasy, so that kind of thing. So that particular cases we cannot say that it is for the old age and the young generation people are going to do. Now, theories of consumer needs. Need theory developed by Henry Murray delineates a sets of 20 needs. So he has designed the 20 types of needs what each one being is going through. But the thing is that all the needs may not be by the same person. So person to person may differ. So what are the needs? But we will go for few dimensions of the needs to understand it very well. The first is the autonomy. Means sometime what is it happening that some of the need you want to take autonomy. Autonomy cases mostly when we are going to the restaurants, mostly we are trying to select individual wise. What I liked, I may prefer that one. Ice cream flavors, if I'm going to like that, I will like my flavors. He or she might be like, my wife will like on other flavor, my daughter or son will like other flavor, like that. Dependence cases, defending the self against criticism. So sometimes in order to maintain your status, or sometimes you want to show up also, you can say that to say that I have this kind of products and commodities, like sometimes people are purchasing unnecessarily high priced cars because of to show the status, although they are not coming under that particular category. Or sometimes they are purchasing a bigger house and decorative house, like that well furnished house they are purchasing because of that, depending some against the criticism by showing that I am in this particular status and something. Third category you are going to find need is even play, so engaging in pleasurable activities. This is very often happening that when we people are going for any kind of tourist place, so whatever the fun things are there, so there we are not going to see that whether we are coming under adult people, old age people, children. So what the children are trying to do also, you are equally going to do that with same activities. So service cases, most pleasurable activities you are trying to do, and that creates sometimes that parachuting will go for that. We are going for the that is driving in the area. The lot kind of services is there. So you will find in the sea beach area or hill areas. We are trying to do to get the pleasures, and we are trying to. We are getting the advantages out of that one, and that particular time only attention is to how to maximize your pleasure. So that is even play. Now, important needs. First is the need for affiliation. So need for affiliation is what? To be in the companies other people. This need is relevant to products and services that are consumed in groups and alleviate loneliness, such as team sports bar. So sometimes it happening also that we may not consume or feeling comfortable to consume teas frequently, but when you are in the affiliation in a groups or sports we are trying to do, that particular time the needs are there. And sometimes we are purchasing that we are cycling in a group, so cycles you are purchasing a better cycle, or social clubs if you have joined, so you have a different kind of dress get up to go to the gym, do different kind of activities. So that is need for affiliation. You want to join any particular event, so that kind of needs are different. Need for the power. So power in control others' environment. So many products and services allow consumers to feel that they have mastery over their surroundings. So sometimes what is it happening that customers want to do everything so that even if also any condition will happen, so I can able to manage. So people are trying to do that one, means they want to make them more powerful by purchasing different kind of products. So in all every odd situations they can also apply that kind of products and get the advantage of that. So all the non-conducive environment cases, so that particular cases or surroundings is not also in favor of you, that particular cases also people can able to do whatever the things they can. So they are going to purchase all kind of things to maintain at least, and they will need to be the powerful. They want to maintain themselves as the powerful person. Now it is the need for uniqueness. To assert one's individual identity, This need is satisfied by the products that promise to accentuate a consumer's distinctive qualities. So your uniqueness that for that your product needs are like you are a singer, then you might be going to purchase more into the sound systems, microphones, and all the kind of things. So if you are a player, then you might be the sports oriented things, shoes and other things you are going to spend. Or you are a, I'm going to say that you are a good reader, then you might have too many kind of books, almiras, and too many kind of things. So that is the kind of uniqueness each individual has. As per their uniqueness, they try to purchase this kind of, and that is distinctive qualities that is not present with everywhere, every person's. So as per your requirement, you are trying to do like that. Now for that, the first theory we will go for that is the Maslow's need hierarchy theory. So Maslow need hierarchy theory has gone through the physiological, safety, belongingness, that is social need also you can say, and ego needs, that is, and self-actualization, that is esteem need. Ego needs also you can say, esteem needs also you can say, then self-actualization. So here the things are starting from the lower needs to the upper needs. So Maslow told that when one need is going to be completed, second need will arise. Second need is completed and third need is arise. That is being contradicted by also several behaviorists who told that it is not essential the sequence will be always right. So you may not require now the physiological need. You directly go for the belongingness need. Means directly you can go for the marriage. You do not require water, food and other things. You directly interested for the marriage. That is possible. So safety needs that you do not require food and other things, but at the same time, first time you are going for the insurance or vehicle insurance. So all kind of safety protections you will go for. So this is done by the Maslow need hierarchy theory. Let us go through one by one. What are the needs mostly people have? So the 5 needs are there in the different levels. The first level is the physiological. Physiological need cases. What we talked that already discussed that. Food, water, shelter, and all these things. Home, you are going to find that is shelters. So these kind of things, basically, it is the basic needs what we require. And immediately after this is fulfilled, means any poor person can able to fulfill this one. Food is enough amount of money for the food, then water, then for your home. So all those cases, that is what we called it is the physiological need will be fulfilled. So once physiological need will be fulfilled and you are getting a better job or a better salary package, you might be going to think about the protection. The protection is related to you want to insure yourself through the insurance and other things. Or you may go through the insurance if you have a two-wheeler, if you have purchased, that is the insurance you are going to do. And nowadays, the basic need becomes to travel from one place to another place. The basic needs, the physiological needs became your vehicles cannot be that one that you are going to like. But earlier it was with the prestigious, that's ego need or esteem need was there. But today that is essential things become because if you want to move from one place to another place, you cannot move without a petrol vehicle. So insurance cases, the investments, all the kind of mutual funds you are going to do or SIP. All those cases you are planning for a long term because you know it very well that in short term cases you may survive, but in the long term when you will be in the retirement age you require some kind of protection. For that you are investing today onwards. Once that thing will be over, that you are insured and everything is there, third levels is that belongingness or what you are going to say social needs. Social needs are that like clothing, grooming products, club, drinks. That means what is the requirement of each human being that to go to the clubs, go for the marriages, go for the different kind of club. That means matches that you want to play, that you want to be the member of different organizations. Okay, so these are the things mostly you are going to find that. Belongingness will be there. But next level is that you want to be a party to certain organizations like the clubs like Lions Club, then you are going to say that your district clubs, your country clubs. So so many clubs are there in the market. You will find you want to be there to become a elite group of people. You want to be a person like elite group. And if you have the card holder, sometimes also you'll find if you are belonging to that club, so there is a card hold you can able to hold, and that card is giving a status to you. So that is mostly you are going to find esteem need cases happening. So mostly you are purchasing cars, but once upon a time that cars was also we can talk related to the prestige and status. But today car again became the essential commodities because to rainy season mostly you are moving from one place to another place, you require a car, and that is very common. The car furniture, so we cannot say the basic furnitures, we can say the designer furnitures are nowadays available. So that, and credit cards, we know it very well, that is yeah, that is gold cards, platinum cards, silver cards. So these are all related to the social class, what cards you are being you have purchased or you are having. So on the basis of that, it belongs to that particular things. Then stores, country clubs, then liquors, the liquor bar, parlors are there, rich hotels are there. If you want to be the members of that particular hotels and all these things also, that is extreme needs is being happening. Next is coming self-actualization. So self-actualization cases, hobbies, travel, education. So we will find that although we are satisfied with our status and everything, but we have a hope for to achieve a particular level. So either by the education or by some kind of work you are going to do, task to be assigned, corporate task to be assigned, or hobbies. If you are going to do kind of hobbies you have, by this process you want to be a particular organization's member, or travel wise you are traveling too much and making this particular you have a self actualization. I mean, how many countries you will travel or how many states you can cover, what are the different kind of environment you can able to see. So these are all coming under your self actualization. This level of needs developed by the Maslow, and he described in his that is the theory that each individual will always starts with the physiological needs and ends with the self-actualization need. So first need will be satisfied, then person is shifting to physiological to safety need. Second is satisfied, safety to belongingness, and belonging is satisfied next to the ego needs. Then ego is satisfied, then you are going for the sex actualization. But self-actualization is a never-ended need. The reason is that always when you are achieving a particular position, then again your attention is for the more better position. So that's why self-actualization is a never-ending needs of each individual. So that is all about what is your Maslow need hierarchy theory, and this is going to help a lot during the product selections that you have a physiological need or if you have a safety needs or this need. On the basis of that also you are belonging to the different social class. So different social class, the selection of products are different, the selection of the same products with the different brands, that is happening. Like I told already that if you are selecting a car, if you are lower middle class person, then you might be within 10 lakh range. So if you are upper middle class, might be 10 lakh to 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs. If you are coming under top level management or you are going to just say that you are upper level people, then mostly your preference will be above 1 crore. So these are the kind of things mostly needs are there. Now implication of Maslow's hierarchy, need hierarchy. The implication of Maslow's hierarchy is one must first satisfy basic needs before progressing up in the ladder. What I discussed already that it always starts with the basic needs, and then after that, then upper they are going for the safety needs, then the social needs, then self-esteem, then self-actualization. So these are the way by which you are jumping in the ladder from one stage to next stage. That is the kind of thing. So starving man is not interested in status symbols and friendship. So that's why they are going to say that a person in the labor class who is struggling for the everyday food, so may not interested for the status symbol. So is how that what are the different ways how he can able to earn to at least fulfill the day-to-day requirement. He will always giving attention to that area rather than too interested for the status symbol. This hierarchy should, however, not be seen as inflexible. It is used in marketing has been somewhat simplistic, especially since the same product activities can satisfy a number of different needs. So we know it very well that if I'm going to talk regarding the salt, so people are consuming the low priced salt, people are consuming the Tata salt, people are consuming the rock salt, black salt. So different kind of salts, pink salts, they are using this particular salt prices. If I'm going to talk also edible oil. So edible oil, low priced edible oil also there, high priced edible oil is also there. So the oil price is also increasing on the basis. So FMCG cases also there is a categorization they have done on the basis of that if it is a basic needs of a low profile person or the basic needs of a high profile person, that differs because brand wise selections will be different. Now motives, the basis of motivation. A motive is an underlying reason for behavior and not something researchers can see or easily measure. So that means always we have a motive. Motive means what? That sometimes we can call that one need is not satisfied, but the need is available or need is there. So that particular cases we can call it as that is the motive. So all the motives are not going to be converted into the need to satisfy. So all the motives cannot be satisfied because there is our financial constraints are there, and besides that also that environment is always not the right environment to give or satisfy all the motives of yours. The same behavior can be caused by the number of different motives. The compound the problem of identifying motives, the consumer may be unaware of the actual need he or she attempting to satisfy. So always it is not possible that you are aware about all the need of yours. So you are unaware about certain needs and you try to fulfill that particular needs in the different situations. Might be also it depends on your financial condition and other things. So motives can be time to time it may change or the preferences may also change. The concept of motivation. The motivation refers to the processes that cause people to behave as they do. Like we are motivated towards a particular kind of product. So there must be something reason that why we are motivated. It occurs when a need is aroused that the consumer wishes to satisfy. So need is arising means what I told from the beginning, the need can be a new one or the need can be already existing products is there and there is a huge gap between the product what you are using and the product what is it available in the market. Or sometimes that if it is a social kind of things, then you will find that your friend circles and other people have purchased something. So you are also equally trying to capture that kind of products or want to grasp also that kind of things. So that is also possible. So, but here possesses that people to behave as they do. So what way you are. So that is the kind of motivations you are trying to show. It's not like that a person will be motivated towards high priced item if the person is a low profile customers, or we can say the lower class people. So lower class people cannot be very much interested or they cannot show their motivation towards the high priced cars or high priced services, hotels and industry like that. Now model of motivation process. So this particular model we are going to start studies unfulfilled needs, wants and desires. So there are two categories we can say, one is fulfilled and one is unfulfilled. So when unfulfilled, so what it will happen, that is prioritized basis the needs and wants will be there. So which need has the highest priority, it will create the tension. So that will create a tension in our body, means that is mismatching. Why? Because this requirement is not taken any action by your body or by your brain. So that tension related to the drive. Drive means it is giving a positive signal to purchase that kind of product. So that drive is being controlled by two things. One is previous learning. Although drive is there, but still we are not purchasing this one. Like I can say that, take the example, you are very much interested to purchase a street food, but you have seen that the street food's condition is not good. It's not looking very nice. The containers what they are providing, this container was not so clean. So that particular cases, your drive is although positive to do the tension, but at the same time that your cognitive process is saying that no, it should not be taken now because this product is not a good quality. Second case is when your drive is for a particular kind of education. Let us say I am going to say that I want to do my career in management, I want to do my career in law, I want to do my career in medical science. So all those cases drive is there, but previous learning you want to see this is trying to control that you have interacted with several people, you have studied very well regarding the articles, the career of MBS, career of medical, those who are doctors. So these things are equally also trying to control your behavior. So your drive is being controlled by the previous learning and also cognitive processes. And here it is the behavior. So what the behavior you are going to show. So this behavior is related whether it is a positive towards to purchase this particular product or you do not want to purchase. This is the behavior you want to show. Either you may purchase the product or you may not purchase the product. Goal or need fulfilled. So once the behavior is there, so your goal and need is fulfilled. So if you have purchased the product, your goal and need is fulfilled. If you have not purchased the product, you are dislike the product. So by this process also your tension is also reduced because you do not want to purchase the product with the lower profile or lower status. So that is also goal or need fulfillment is there, and that is going to the tension reduction. And that tension reduction is also controlling your tension. So every day when there is a specific product tension is there that just this particular thing. So already what the behavior or how the evaluations are there, that is also trying to reduce the tension if it is related to that tension. If the tension is not related to that tension, the tension might be higher. But the tension is related to this area, so definitely this tension is also controlled by the tension reduction. So this is about the model of motivational or motivation process, which starts with unfulfilled needs, wants and desires and ended with the goal or no need fulfillment. Now the theories of motivation. So theories of motivations we have started with the Maslow hierarchy theory. Now it is the instinct theory of motivation. Instinct theory of motivation, early work on motivation ascribed behavior to instinct, the innate patterns of behavior that are universal in species. It is like saying that a consumer buys status symbols because he or she is motivated to attain status, which is hardly satisfying. This is very often happening among the social class differences. People talk regarding upper class, middle class and lower class. So when upper class person is going to purchase, that is mostly related to the product what he is purchasing. So he is trying to see that whether this product is related to their status or not. If it is not related to their status, they may not select that kind of product. A lower class person, when he is trying to purchase, he is always trying to see that it is not related to a status symbol. It is my requirement. I am going to purchase because without that I cannot live. So here the motivation is mostly, we can say, when it is more priced or upper class people are going to select, this is a status symbol oriented and she or he is motivated by the status symbol. But this is not the same thing you will find in the case of if it is the person is belonging to the lower class and something else class. So that is mostly going to happen. And the explanation, sometimes we are purchasing a particular product, we are dissatisfied because that is not the same status belonging to that. Like why we can take the examples like that when we are going to purchase the product from the tourist spot area. So we'll find that the product status we do not know. So when you are purchasing, if the product is non-performing or some quality deteriorations, the color deteriorates, or if you are purchasing some of the utensils that is non-branded or the brand you have not known earlier, but the price is good, but you have seen that the quality is deteriorating, that is also symbol statuses. That means it is not satisfying your status symbol. So that is also equally, we can say, instinct theory of motivation. That is not motivating you. So next time you may not select this kind of product. So you may not go for the unbranded products or non-reputed brand products. Now drive theory. Drive theory focuses on biological needs that produce unpleasant states of arousal. So drive means your particular drive towards a particular thing. So you are driving yourself towards a particular kind of product. Maybe it is related to electronic products, if it is related to electrical products, it is related to the food item. So your drive is towards what? So biological needs that produce unpleasant states of arousal. So when it is an unpleasant states, so that drive, so that is going to create a problem. So these problems can be studied or that can be fulfilled through by the purchasing the product. So drive theory is always trying to say what is the unpleasant states. Where is the unpleasant? If you have taken any particular food and the food quality is not good, that is the unpleasant state. If you have purchased a refrigerator and the refrigerator is not working as per your requirement, that is unpleasant states. If you have purchased this sound system and it is not working as per your wish, that is unpleasant states overall. So that is creating a drive to select next time a better product of this brand or something else brand you are going to select, and may not select this particular brand because it has not performed if evaluated very well. In marketing, tension refers to the unpleasant states that exist if a person's need are not fulfilled. So always when we are going for the need, I told that either this product is not available with you, or if it is available, what is it available in the market is better than your product, what it is available with you. So that particular cases, that unpleasant state exists. So that unpleasant states you need to fulfill it. This state activates goal-oriented behavior which attempts to reduce, eliminate the unpleasant state. So goal-oriented means what kind of product you want to purchase so that you can able to reduce this particular unpleasant state. So that is goal directed. So you are now fixed your goal that if I'll purchase this particular product, if I'll go to this particular kind of service, if I'll go to this kind of hotels, then I can satisfy my need, because this need is not satisfied. So that is the unpleasant state, return the balance one. To balance it, what we have done, that is the term homeostasis. So homeostasis cases, mostly we are trying to satisfy the unpleasant. We are trying to make the balance. If balance is not there, always this kind of motive will be there in our body. So always we have seen any product is non-performing product. If you have purchased, so automatically that will create a drive, and you will always search for a present situations for that, any product which can satisfy this kind of drive. Now expectancy theory. Expectancy theory of motivation focuses on cognitive factors. So cognitive factors is what that each individual human being can able to think. So he can think about the several things that to take the decisions, not only biased. So it is not like emotional, you are going to be attached to something to select a particular product. So the cognitive factors you are going to find it out. For which factors you are going to be motivated. Are these factors are right, then you are going to find it out also the sources are reliable or not. So after doing all kind of verifications, then you are going to say that these are the cognitive factors by which you are going to select this particular. So expectancy theory suggests that behavior is largely pulled by expectation of achieving desirable outcomes. So whenever we are purchasing any product, so we are also predicting that this product will perform like this. Like I can say that if you have purchased a refrigerator, your expectation is that within half an hour, I can get also the ice. But within half an hour, if you are not getting the ice, then that particular time, this is not a desirable outcomes. This is an undesirable outcomes. So we are always having the expectations with every product. So if you are purchasing a car, so cars should move very fast, the braking system should be very nice, and car looks would be very high, and inside the AC chamber will be very instantly the coolness will be there. If one of the factor that it is not satisfying, then you are going to say undesirable outcomes. This is not desirable. So positive incentives rather than pushed from them within. Sometimes also by getting the sales promotional activities, we are getting some discounts on the product. So we have seen also the product selling cases. If you are going to say if it is a car selling for the first year, most of the car companies are not giving any kind of advantages if the product is completely new. After 1 year, they are going to give the advantages with some kind of free with accessories or some kind of discounts they are providing with the accessories. So most of the customers, those who are interested to purchase the car, they are waiting for 1 year to see that how the customers are giving the review. At the same time also, they are going to see that what are the advantages they will get from this purchasing this particular kind of product. So that is mostly happening. So we choose one product over another because we expect the choices have more positive consequences for us. Like when we are going to select a particular soap, bathing soap, and we are not liking this particular thing. So second time, what we are going to do? we are selecting something better, maybe paying more price. So when you are going to a particular hotel rooms and we have seen the hotel room condition is not good, next time you might be interested to pay more amount of money to have a better rooms like that. So this is what positive consequences we are very much interested for, and any undesirable outcomes will always create a problem. So our expectations will be always on the basis of that what the product we have purchased, what the amount of money we have paid. So expectations level will go up if the price will be very high. The expectation will be less if the price will be less. But beside that also we need to see that the expectations can be fulfilled or what extent it is being fulfilled. If it is fulfilled, we can say desirable outcomes is there. If it is unfulfilled, then we can say it is an undesirable outcomes. Now, motivational conflicts. There are three types of motivational conflict: approach conflict, approach avoidance conflict, avoidance conflict. So these three conflicts, let us understand it very well how these things are happening. Approach conflict is a person must choose between two desirable alternatives. Means very often this kind of things is happening that when we are selecting the different brands of cell phones, we are always in the trouble at the last. Why? Because last 2-3 models we are unable to take the decisions. So we have only these 2 to 3 alternatives. Out of that we are going to select which is the best alternative. So a customer might choose between two equally desirable books, but only one can be bought with the limited funds. So that is what we cannot purchase both the cell phone sets, or we cannot purchase the 3 cell phone sets. But all the cases when you have evaluated through all the parameters, we came to understand that all the alternatives have the equal status to you now. So selecting one and deselecting the second one creates a problem with, and that kind of conflicts can be possible. That when you are selecting a particular kind of books, and after that, if you are selecting a particular kind of cell phone, but not selecting another 2 models, so that is the kind of things it will happen. That is what we call approach conflict. Both the cases, the things are positive, and you can able to approach. You can purchase this one also, that one also, but when you are selecting one, because you are not going to purchase those 2 cell phone sets, so you are going to purchase only 1 cell phone set because you require only one, and at the same time also your fund is also limited. So that is what we call it as approach conflict. Second is coming approach avoidance conflict. So when approach is there and second is avoidance, so many of the product services we desire have negative consequences attached to them as well. So we have seen also by selecting the product, then we are also equally going to get that hazards are coming from the cell phones by battery burst will be there, lithium battery burst will be there. So when you are selecting that particular brand, so we are always trying to see that what are the negative consequences. If the negative consequences are more, the chances is very high that you may not select the product. But negative consequences less, then you are going to select this particular product. We may feel guilty or abstinences when buying ice creams of expensive perfumes. Many marketers try to overcome guilt by convincing consumers that they are deserving of luxuries. So sometimes is it happening also that you are trying to convince, a marketer is trying to convince the people that to go for the more priced item rather than the less priced item, because less priced item has a negative consequence, low price item has, you will find all kind of advantages. But the factor is that it is related to our financial matter. Now it is the avoidance conflict. So sometimes consumers may face a choice with 2 desirable alternatives. So here what is it happening that you face a choice of 2 undesirable, means both the cases you do not like. So a person may be faced with the option either throwing more money to an old car or buying a new car. This is very often happening, not only car but also cell phone cases, but also bike cases, but also any other electronic gadgets cases. If it is a tab laptop, it is a tab, any products whose price is more, so you will find that people may not think that to purchase a new product, because he is thinking that unnecessarily I paid this particular amount. If I could have gone through the repair of this particular product, I will be in the advantageous position. Again, if you are paying more amount of money on the for to do this particular product, make it a new one, but still it is not working properly. It is not the loop wise also deterioration happen because the mechanic has not taken the proper care. So both the cases you are in a doldrum situations that whether you have to select a new one or you are going to do with the old one. So this is both cases is the avoidance. Neither you are liking this situation nor you are liking this situation. So these both the cases you cannot say which is the superior. This kind of conflict will be always there. That is what we call it as the avoidance conflict. Now consumer involvement. This is all about what we have covered, that is motivations. Now we are going to discuss regarding consumer involvement. Before we go for the consumer involvement, let us discuss what is consumer involvement. What extent each consumer is trying to purchase any particular product, he wants to know more about the product. So we have seen in the market the product which is very complex in nature, the product whose price is very high, that particular cases consumer involvement is high. The product whose price is very low, so that particular cases consumer involvement is low. Like I can say that the product, if it is a camera, high priced camera, you are going to pay 1 lakh rupees for a camera. Or if you want to purchase a high priced car, so that particular cases your involvement is very high. Why? You want to verify each and every attributes of that particular product, that you are paying that amount, whether this particular product can able to perform that or not. So now we'll, from the definition we can able to understand it. Involvement is another concept central to activating consumer motives. So here consumer motives is there, then the involvement will be more. Motives is not there, the involvement will be low. So certain area we can say these are very often customers are trying to say this is my interest area, and some of the people are going to this is not my interest area. So interest area your motive will be high, and the interest area is not there, the motive will be low. So involvement refers to the level of perceived personal importance or interest evoked by the stimuli and within a specific situation. So in particular situations, you are what extent you are being involved. Like I can say that if you are going to a area, that means hill area and coldness is more, so you might be selecting a sweater. So that particular time your stimuli is much more, you are giving importance to the quality, what quality is it, and but you are not spending more time on the other items because you require this sweater is more important than any other item. So here that is the importance is more. If you are going to the sea area to dive the sea, then you may go for the swimming pool dresses, the costumes might be you are interested to purchase to go for the sea beach area to go for the dive or something like that. So this is what the specific situation sometimes changing your motives, that where your interest is more and where interest is less. A person may not bother to pay any attention to the same information, it is not seen as relevant. Very often this kind of things are also happening, that when you are going to a particular retail outlets, mostly in the tourist place area, you have seen that the retailers having too many kind of products. So which products your attention is more, your motives is more, that area you want to see, but there are other products are also available, but you are not interested to see because these products are not satisfying what is your need is there. So you are interested for a specific kind of needs, and that is your motives is more towards that. So you want to satisfy that particular need first. So that is there, you will find the consumer involvement is very high. Now types of involvement. So what kind of involvements are there? Purchase involvement is related to consumers' level of interest in the buying process. So sometimes what is it happening that when you are in the buying process, you try to see that the product. So very often we have seen, we are going to say that people are talking that we have gone for the shopping experience. So shopping experience means mostly going through the dresses, selecting too many dresses. Out of that selecting which one is better and doing this is a completely buying process. So to see which is better, what quality of product is it at, which state is it belonging to, what kind of product is it, whether the quality is better or not, the printing, what kind of, so entire thing you are going to analyze in this particular process, that is the buying process. Many sales promotions are designed to increase the purchase involvement. So sales promotions being written intentionally that 50% discount is there, 60% discounts is there, or looking some attractive, or few models being utilized there to show your dresses. We called it them as in retailing is the mannequins. So mannequins dresses will be put intentionally, focused lights will be there, the atmospherics, changing atmospherics will be given to in the retail outlets, so that consumer attention will be more, and they can involve also to see that what is the product, what kind of product is it. They are having the curiosity to ask too many questions to the retailers. Now, message response involvement. Message response involvement refers to the processing of marketing communications. So when the informations are coming, very often these kind of things are happening in the case of your internet marketing or e-commerce sites. So they are writing too much contents, and people are trying to the reader is actively involved in processing the information and is able to pause and reflect on what he or she is reading before moving on. Now, ego involvement. Sometimes what is it happening that your ego is involved that particular basis, what to see, what not to see. Like ego involvement sometimes turn enduring involvement refers to the importance of a product to the consumer self-concept. Whether this particular kind of, just like I can say that roadside dresses are available, that low price dresses are available, but your involvement is not much more. It is not matching to your self-concept. So if it is not matching, that your ego is hurting to select that particular product from the roadside, so then you may not have the more involvement. But your involvement will be high when your class or your kind of self-concept is, that means it is supporting to the product which are available in the market. Sometimes it is happening that reputed brands are there, the dresses, the exclusive showrooms, people are going there to select the products because they know it very well which brands, exclusive showrooms, and this is matching to their self-concept or not. If it is matching, they are going, or if it is not matching, they are not going to go there. Measuring involvement. The measurement of involvement is important for many marketing applications. So involvement can be also measured, that what extent you are in the involvement. So that is nowadays very often happening in the e-commerce, because e-commerce people want to see that what is the total time person spent on the different products, and which category of products the customer is spending more time, is the involvement is more. So that customer is interested for that kind of product. So on the basis of that, they are also sending the mail to their mail ID that this kind of product as you have selected, what are the problems or discounts, everything they are narrating and they are describing. Sometimes also few other brands also information they want to give it to your mail sites, so that you can take the decisions very well. So here the measurement of the involvement is the extent of your time you are spending for to see a particular kind of product, or your interest is there about this particular. Sometimes if the confusion is more, then you will find the involvement will be more. The person is unable to understand it properly. And if there is more critical confusion, the person may go out. Their involvement will not be there. Involvement will reduced. Segmenting by involvement levels. So we'll find a measurement approach of this nature allows consumer research to capture the diversity of the involvement construct, and it also provides the potential to use involvement as a basis of market segmentation. So involvement construct is based on also the segment. So which kind of person, what kind of involvement is there. Let us say I'm going to talk regarding, if I'm a diabetic person, I will be very much interested to see the product which are the diabetic products, means low sugar products. So my involvement will be more towards the medicines or the supplements which are less sugars or the zero sugars. So that is what we called it as, that is one segment. Children's having their segment is also, their involvement is more towards the dolls. Their interest is also more towards the type of games, video games and other things. So that segmentation, and that is the involvement levels which are happening with people. Strategies to increase involvement. Although consumers differ in their level of involvement with respect to a product message, marketers do not have to just sit back and hope for the best. So we cannot say that you sit somewhere and hope that the involvement will increase. So for that, marketer has to do something by changing the message content, or the marketer has to do something class kind of things. Just like I know that it very well that recently started by the Flipkart, that big billion days. So this kind of things might be described through the different means, like newspaper, print mediums, electronic mediums, by showing this is frequently, even if also through the internet. So what will happen, that customer curiosity will be more and the involvement will be also more. So for that reason, that marketer has to create some kind of things spend heavily on the sales promotional activities to capture the attention. Otherwise, there will be a decrease in attention. If the decrease in attention will be there, so involvement will be automatically reduced. Now, distinguish between low involvement and high involvement. So we will see now the product wise how these things are happening. So here is very nice, two tables are there, so where we'll find that low involvement and high involvement is there. So low involvement, I told from the beginning that when the product price is low, if it is a FMCG product, you are using the product frequently, that particular cases your involvement is low because you have selected the brands, and brand switching is not so difficult. Let us say I'm going to talk that selecting a particular detergent of brand that is not available, then you may select some other brands. Scotch Brite you have selected, this brand is not available, some other brands also you may select it. But when it is coming that if it is a luxury dresses or items, so you may not select what the preferred brands are there. So you need to see it very well and you have to verify it. So that's why low interest involvement group cases I can say toilet paper, hand soap, light bulbs, chewing gum, photocopy papers. Not only these examples, lot many other examples you can take that. Oils you can take mustard oil. So one mustard oil reputed brand is not there. Also, you may go for the other brands. Soaps you can bathing soaps you can go for, detergent you can go for. Then incense sticks also you can go for. Then cleaning clothes you can go for the brands where popularity is not there. Then we can say that floor cleaning materials, that is also you'll find that particular. These are all low involvement items in the product cases. Second cases, if you are going through that, then high involvement, wedding dresses, luxury vehicle, cruise vacations, designer sneakers, vacation property. So when it is a vacation, if I'm going to talk, it's a service marketing oriented, that high involvement is essential because you need to understand by verifying through the different, just like I can say that Agoda is coming, makemytrip.com. So you are comparing what is the price structure of the hotel rooms in that particular locality area, and you are verifying what are the facilities available in the hotels, what are the sightseeing, what are the different days, how many days you will stay, how many nights, how many days, and which are the different areas they will show you. So all these calculations will be there. Besides that, also the food, what are the kind of food, the food also profile you want to see. Luxury vehicle cases, the interior, mostly nowadays it's quite popular through the YouTube. People can able to see that interior designing, exterior designing, that particular things also they want to see and they are doing. Price cases, place cases, wide distribution. So here you will find that if it's a low involvement product, the distribution must be heavily everywhere it should be available. But in high involvement, it's limited. All the areas it must not be available because people can come to the distance to select this particular kind of product. Next is coming competitive low. That means competition is very low and luxury competition is very high because when you are selecting one brand to the next one, so difference is there. Push marketing, mostly the products are not selling, give discounts, people are going to purchase. But here, even if also you are going to give the discount, heavy discounts, people may not switch over because brand loyalty is more here, brand loyalty is less there. You will find information search. So here you are very limited search you are going to do. But when you are going for the high involvement, it is extensive, more information you need to search. Here non-minimal, then it is considerable extensive. Routine response, then automatic impulsive purchases you are going to do. You are seeing first time the brands, then you are selecting extended problems. So here you are going for the much more search, what the information available. You are not satisfied with that one, so you are going for the more of that. High regular basis, that means regularly you are trying to see this particular brand, so it is a high frequency purchases. So low seldom purchases, you are not purchasing always this kind of products, very rarely you are trying to purchase. So that's the kind of. So this is between your low involvement and high involvement, how you are selecting this one. Now ways to increase the involvement level, how to increase this particular involvement level. First is the customization. Nowadays we know it very well that DIY, do it yourself. So customization in the product cases, very often this is happening. If I'm going to say customization has happened in the shampoo, earlier shampoo bottles, you are not interested for a new brand to experiment. So go for the sachet, you can do that one. Customization in the case of your vehicles, that you can go for a trial to see that. And customization can be possible in the ornaments, customization can be possible as per that means the steering adjustment and other things can be done. Engagement, so how the customers are engaged. So you need to do some kind of engagement. If you have the varieties of products, varieties of services, too many kind of things are there, then you are going to increase the engagements. Incentives, so try to give the different kind of rewards with this particular product so that the involvement of the customers will be very high. Appealing to hedonic needs, so appeals, different kind of appeals in the advertisement being used in Indian context also. The emotional appeal, then peer appeal, this kind of things we try to do that when needs can be appeal can be satisfied, and it will be better. Creating purposes, consumer goods and categories. So what is the purpose of purchasing this particular kind of product? Representations. So nowadays celebrities, just like I told, Big Billion Day, Amitabh Bachchan being utilized for that particular program. So that is here representations. You are trying to take the different celebrities of the different programs and you try to convince this one. So that by this particular process you can increase the involvement levels. So thanking you, all of you, and today's sessions, I think that is going to help a lot to understand motivation and involvement. Thank you.